Hello, it's African Tech Nerd again, and today we're going to learn about the application CSS to HTML. CSS, by definition, refers to cascading style sheets, and it is what you do to style your HTML web pages. To style means to give layout and look and feel of HTML web pages. Cascading style sheets is derived from the word cascading style and sheet. So sheet is like a piece of paper, right? Or a page, or a file. Style is to give your web pages some style, some layout, to be stylish, look and feel. Then cascading means from top to bottom. That means if you apply a style on an HTML element like body, whatever is inside the body takes in that style, carries that style, unless you further specify specifically on a certain element in that body element. So that is what cascading means. That is from top to bottom. Ending in between what you have styled, you have selected to style, it will take up that style. So enough of the brief description and definitions. So let's go and do it. So the first thing to note is that we have 3 ways that we can apply CSS to style an HTML web page. Yeah? And that is what we'll be looking for. And the first one is called inline style attribute. Inline CSS is applied inline inside your HTML. The second one is called internal CSS, whereby you apply that using the style tag. And the third and the last, but not the least, is external CSS. So let's begin with inline CSS. Inline CSS is simple. If you have something like this, the body tag, and you say style, you use the style attribute equals, and in that you say background color will be blue, for example, like that. And you say the width will be 100%, and you say that the height will be 100%, yeah, and you style with maybe border radius, that is the corners. You want them to be somehow rounded like this, or whatever figure you put there, 0.5 pixel, and maybe you have 5 pixels, and maybe you need a margin of maybe 10 pixels, and you have a padding of maybe 10 pixels, etc. that is what is called inline styling. So inline styling is applied through the use of the style attribute on any HTML tag that you want to style. In this case, anything inside the body will carry the style that we have until we specify otherwise. So maybe we say the color is white like that. That is the color of the text. We can also use the font size to be 20 pixels and so forth. If I save, that is what we'll have applied to our file. So let me just open our HTML index file, and you see what we have. You see the background was blue, and the text color, we don't have text. So if we add any text in here, it will be white, because we already have that on top. So if I say African TechNerd channel, so you find that if we run this, we will have it like that, and so forth and so forth. So this is what we mean by inline style. If we want to change this, we can still apply the style attribute and have color, a different one, like we can have maybe red like that, just simply that way, without having to use the codes. You find that now it changes, though for others that are not specified, like for example, like this, nut, you find that is white, the text color is white, like that. And that is what we call, simply what we call the inline style. The inline CSS. The second one, as I told you, is called internal CSS. It is applied in the head like this. I use the style tag like that. Like that, and now we start selecting. For example, this styles the content in the body, yes? So we open the style tag and we close it, and in here we start selecting. For example, if we want the H1 to have some style, we can say the color will be black. So like that. That becomes the color of our H1. So if we come here and have some H1 like this, H1, and we have NAD African NAD TechNerd YouTube channel, and then we save, you find that we take whatever we selected. We say the color will be black. That is it. If we want to do other things inside here, we will have to remember this. We have selected the H1, then we have curly brackets. We open and close the curly brackets, and in between, we start applying the name and the value of it. So we can have another, that is the syntax of internal CSS. We can have, it can have a background color, which is white, like that. And it can have a padding is the space around the content of an HTML element. So we can have like that. And then if we refresh, then you see what we have done to the H1, like that. If you want to select something else, like maybe a paragraph, that's how you select it. Select P, and you open and close curly brackets like this. Then now you start now doing what you want. So if you want other colors for this, green, like that, and then we continue like that. We can add as many as possible. And that is it, generally, how we do it. So any paragraph that is not specified will have that color, which is green, that we have selected and specified that selector. That generally is how we write the internal CSS and apply it. Then we have something called the external CSS, which is also done inside the head tag. And this is how you write it. It will be a link, right? And then rel, like that. It will be the link tag. Then rel is an attribute of the link tag. And here we say it is a style sheet, like that. And then we will have the link to our. So here is where you put the path to your CSS. So in the folder CSS, we have style.css, like that. So file, it will be the path, and for it to work, it should be with the CSS extension, like that. And then we will have to come here and have inside our project, we'll have a folder, a new folder like that. Then we'll name it CSS. And then inside it, we create a file known as style.css. And then we save inside our CSS folder, and then we save. And this is where now we can start selecting our elements and styling them. So look at the way you can do this. So we go to home, and we have maybe inside the body, we have a division like this, like this. And then we have a way of identifying an element. We can have ID equals navigation, for example, like that. And then we can have another div, which the second way of identifying a div, an element is like class, and we can have this main content, for example, like that. So if we save this, and then now move back to our style.css, we can start selecting. Now look at the way we are going to select. For the navigation, because it is an ID, we select like that. And then we open and close the curly bracket, and inside here is what now we can start doing. So maybe we want the width to be maybe 200 pixels. and then we want the height to be maybe 400 pixels, like that. And we want the background to look a bit different from the rest. And so maybe we can have just an example, gray, and then we can have the color of the text. We can have any color of the text. Let me see. We can have white is the color, and inside this, we can do a lot. This is just a demonstration. So you will find that whatever we have inside our navigation div will be styled using this and the style.css file. So if we open our file again, you find that we have a div. We have a div here. We have a div. Where's the div? Sorry. So I put the div in the wrong file. Yeah, sorry. So let's just move it to a file. Let's just move it to a file. So this is our file where we put our external style sheet. So let's have it there. Then we save and now open it in our browser. So we find that we have a div. We have created a div and styled it using the external style sheet. That's generally what we can do. For this, the class, so this is how we do class. It is dot and the class name. The class name is my name. Then we can have our, again, width. We can have fit content. The width will fit the content, and the content will have a padding of maybe 10 pixels or just 5, whatever you can put there or around it, like that. And then we will have color, which you maybe again white, and then you can continue styling as much as you want, and we can have red background. Just an example. We are just demonstrating how to select and apply those styles. And then we can save it like that and look at what we have. Yes, and width. And we can also have maybe some height like 400. That's an example. Yeah? That is how we write. So that is it. Let's open and see what we have created. So we have another div, this one. Eh? So the width is fitting the content. Fitting content means whatever content we put inside this div, it will take that. So maybe this is a div where the content fits the height, the width is determined by the content. So look at it like that. So you find that as the content expands, you find that it is fitting. So this is just an example. This is just an example of how we, and you find that the color is what we applied here. This one. So that is it. Remember, the color will always, this color, some colors are overridden by inline. So you find that there is importance is given to inline CSS than other types of CSS. So you find that this color, the color in the body, this one, this color is what was color. You find body and no, this one main class main this color. Color. I'll try to adjust this color. Let's see. And adjust the color as you wish and see what happens. Huh? It's carrying which color? Let's see in our document. I said that inline CSS takes precedence. So we find that we have a color, this one. Inline, these all paragraphs are taking this color from the internal CSS. So if I delete that, you find that now it is taking that color now. So the colors, it is taking now the color that we applied. So the order of precedence is inline, then internal, then finally the external. Are we together on that? So you find that even if you are selected main and you have come here and then now put another style here, color of the text will be now a different color. Like that, you find that that black color is the one that will be applied here, even if you do it. So be careful when you are styling to be sure. So you see this black color has been applied, even if we add a color on the external for that. So be careful with the order of importance. So more importance is given to inline as first priority. Second priority is internal CSS. Then finally the external CSS. And so that is it. Matters how to apply CSS in an HTML code or HTML file. How to style HTML generally is in that. So we have just applied it. We will get another lesson that I will share now specifically about CSS and all the details of CSS. For now, it is just application of different ways of applying CSS on an HTML document. Thank you so much for listening, for learning with me, African Tech Nerd. Bye-bye for now. Meet in the next video. Learn more about HTML. Thank you so much.